Raizin the Roof, presented by the Central Indiana Realtist Association, a local chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. Our mission is to build wealth through home ownership by enhancing economic development. We accomplish this goal by informing, advocating, and educating in the communities we serve. And now, Raizin the Roof.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Priscilla Russell, and welcome to Raizin the Roof. Raizin the Roof is a talk show about home ownership. We're here to bring you local and national real estate information. And our organization, Central Indiana Realtist Association, we're a local chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, which is the largest minority trade organization in the United States. And on the panel with me today, we have two other guests and two other leaders with me. And our mission of CIRA is to inform, enlighten, advocate, and educate through our initiatives. And during the shows, you will hear us refer to both NARAB and CIRA. So I want to go to my fellow hanger-outers, hanging out up here on the stage.
Good morning, Miss Priscilla.
Hi there.
How are you?
I am fantastic.
Good. I'm Karen Kelly. Nice to be here today.
And I am Dolores Kennedy. Happy to be with you, Miss Priscilla.
Okay, so we got two stars up here on the board with me, and what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking with one of our local Central Indiana Realtist Association presidents. And we're going to be doing that in just a few minutes. You'll hear us refer to CIRA many times, and that's what we're talking about, our local association. So we are going to take a little break here in a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll be interviewing our very own Myra Lillard. Can't wait to talk to her.
Hello, my name is Sherry Boudwin. I'm a home lending officer with First Merchants Bank. I'm so excited to be partnering with Central Indiana Realtist Association in regards to increasing home ownership in the Indianapolis and surrounding areas. First Merchants Bank has an awesome no money down program and no private mortgage insurance. Essentially, it can be a 100% financing program. Give me a call. My name is Sherry Boudwin. I'd love to be able to help you. 317-566-6123.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Taylor, loan officer with First Merchants Bank, and I would love to help you with your first home purchase. We have a great program that provides a $7,500 grant depending on where you're purchasing and has a minimum credit score requirement of 600. Please call me at 317-566-7611.
Welcome back to Raizin the Roof, our CIRA Central Indiana Realtist Association program. We have visiting with us today our past president and our first president ever, Miss Myra Lillard. Welcome to the show, Myra. We have a few questions we'd like to ask you just to see how you even came about to be the first president of CIRA. My first question is, how did you get this started? And what made you decide to go to NARAB, National Association of Real Estate Brokers, and create this local chapter?
Well, first of all, I just thank you all so much for allowing me to be on your program. This is exciting to know that CIRA has now hit the TV screen. So that's just fabulous because our community really does need this. For myself, and there were just a handful of real estate brokers and salespeople in the Indianapolis area that got a chance to attend a NARAB convention. This was back in the late 1990s. And of course, that is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, of which we are part of now. But we were so excited about all the happenings on such a grand scale. And we said, if only we could bring it back to Indianapolis. And there was a group, prior to, but it was a little bit more exclusive. And we wanted something that would actually be an inclusive organization for like-minded professionals. And we thought if we could just bring what we had experienced from a national level, attending those conventions to Indianapolis, it would just make such a difference. So, we had the likes of a Cheryl Bird Davis, a Joyce Black, Kim Ross Brown, myself, Milton Booth. We coalesced, and at that time there was another organization that had similarly started, mainly for independent brokers. And I believe Joyce Black says, I got just the group to reach out to. And I think at that time I believe it was Dolores Kennedy. Mm-hmm. And, so that was, that really sparked us and said, oh man, if we could just get stalwart people such as Dolores to come alongside and get a glimpse of the big picture of what NARAB was doing, it would make a difference. And of course, that was a journey that took several more years. Mm-hmm. And a lot of hard work from behind the scenes people, like I said, Dolores and Jackie Simpson. We just really all kind of put an effort into it. And basically from them staying with it and stirring the pot, CERA was created. And that was, we had our chapter to start in 2012. Mm-hmm. So it was a great experience, and to see something like that on a local level realized was quite a feat. And we were just, just happy as could be. And I believe that was the beginning of great things that came later and are still coming. So thanks for that question.
So my other question, as a founding member of CERA, what would you do differently if you were organizing today versus back in 2012?
Well, I think what I would do, hindsight's always 20/20.
Yes.
We were a grassroots effort, and of course, the people that we were a motley crew, I believe, of 10. Mm-hmm. And so we basically spread the news organically. I think if I had to do it again, we would have made a deliberative effort to actually tap into all of the Central Indiana real estate offices, mm-hmm. and perhaps on their weekly or their regularly attended meetings, okay. to do a CERA pitch, mm-hmm. so that the real estate community at large would know that CERA is definitely here and what we were all about. So I believe that would have spurred our growth a little bit more had we taken that approach.
Okay, when you're talking about going into some of the other real estate offices, I sort of went back to our last speaker that we had a week or so ago, and she was talking about the fact that it doesn't necessarily have to be, you don't have to just be Black members. It can be anyone who wants to be a member and really promote the initiatives that CERA and NARAB are all about. So I'm glad that would be a hindsight for now, because some people that we have brought in, we've got a lot of diversity in our group, which is fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah, so any other questions from you young ladies?
When you were starting your team, Myra, what was your requirement of starting your a basic team? And if somebody else was wanting to start an organization, what tips would you give them in starting an organization of this type? Because this is a unique type of organization. It's not one that is an ordinary one, I guess I would say. What would be some of the things that you would think of?
Well, for starters, again, we would need stalwart leaders, mm-hmm. Those that have the great reputations, that are already in the community, mm-hmm. already serving our people. And I'm glad that Priscilla made that note because concerning, serving a predominantly minority community, predominantly the community, we are all colors at races. The real benefit of CERA is to have like-minded professionals coming together with that cause, with that purpose, with that passion. And so those would be the individuals that we would be looking for, whether you're a real estate salesperson, a real estate broker, whether you're in the mortgage industry, from home inspections, from title work, insurance, appraising. We're talking about the full gamut. And as we see now, that is really what we have continued to evolve into, which is really reflective of NARAB. And we try and come from all the different segments within our community, including contractors. What do our people need? What do homeowners need? What do prospective home buyers need? Because our base is to have that level of education and networking that we can pretty much be a one-stop shop. And that we would be with consummate professionals that understand the giving aspect as opposed to the taking aspect. Of course, in real estate, we're in a profession where it's very competitive. But one of the things that we try to foster in CERA is that we all are bringing something to the table. And the one thing is that we have to have a service attitude at our very foundation. So with service-oriented people, all the things that we bring to the table, it just acts to foster such goodwill. And people have that confidence when they're in need that no matter who gets the sale, no matter who gets the mortgage, no matter, whatever that takes, our number one focus is on the consumer, the homeowner, the property owner that's in need of our services, and the home buyer. So I've found that we have perpetuated that from the very beginning, and it's still in force today. So I'm very privileged to have been a part of the beginnings of CERA. And one of the components that we didn't have that we do have now is a connection with MyBor that's at a real strong level. A connection with someone such as Fair Housing with Amy Nelson, that we get a chance to find out about real current fair housing issues. And so city government, what's happening, at that level, because we have to be at the forefront of what's happening so that we can, with that knowledge, offer support and help where we can.
Okay, Myra, we're going to take a little break here, but hold that thought and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Taylor, Home Lending Officer with First Merchants Bank, and we are thrilled to partner with the Central Indiana Realtist Association to help increase homeownership in the Indianapolis and surrounding areas. First Merchants Bank has a fantastic program that requires no down payment, includes a $7,500 grant depending on where you're purchasing, and has a minimum credit score requirement of 600. If you're ready to begin your homeownership journey, please contact me at 317-566-7611.
Well, welcome back to Raising the Roof. We have a special guest today, Myra Lillard, and one of the things I didn't even talk about is that she's an appraiser. Most of us are realtists, and she's an appraiser realtist, which is fantastic because she knows what the real values of the homes are. So what I would like to ask you is, how does being an appraiser work into your being the leader of the realtists, and how does that all interject?
Wow, well, we're one big group. So I look at what I do as really a support for you guys. With every home that is closed, typically there is an appraisal involved. And even if a mortgage is not involved, we need to know, every consumer needs to know what the value of that home is. It's the largest investment most of us make in a lifetime. And so getting involved in CERA from a valuation standpoint was very important. We understand now with all the things that are happening with fair housing, the issues that are coming up with disparities in home values. We've just had a big case with a settlement with Chase. And there's several dealing with fair housing issues. So we find that we're integrally involved in that. And as we come to our community, they need to know that there are people like them, that look like them, that are part of the process. And so we may not necessarily be the person appraising their home, but to know that we can be a resource to say, hey, you know, is this fair? Just to have someone, a third party, but that is fair-minded and interacting with the community to really be a resource. And so I find that we have a place within the real estate community as well, and if no more than just in a support role. Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that NARAB did early on, and CERA pretty much piggybacked off of that from the very beginning, was SHEBA, which is the State of Housing in Black America. And that report was basically coming out every year, and it has really had widespread attention. And valuation issues are part of that, along with being able to ascertain financing. So that has played a very big role.
Okay. Myra, how has CERA, Central Indiana Realtors Association, impacted the community, potential home buyers and current home buyers? How do you think CERA, or do you think CERA has impacted any of those groups?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. We are a very unique organization in that we are considered really just the resource for the community. I think that we're really developing over time just that relationship, the outreaches that we do. I think we've made a concerted effort to have flagship events that really garner support and really offer our services to the community. You know, we've had home buyer workshops. We've had, oh my goodness, our big one is the Trailblazer luncheon, and we have combed the community. We've tried to really really give attention to those that have served. And oftentimes, these are people that are not, just usual names that everyone knows. So we're the unsung heroes, so to speak. And I think that has just made such a difference. And it's garnered a lot of support, a lot of recognition for people who would have otherwise not had that. So that has just been an event that year after year, people have just wanted to become a part of, to attend. And it's just, we continue to have well wishes with the community that we have actually taken that time of the year to offer that time of celebration and recognition. So with the programming that we've had, along with Realtist Week that comes up annually, this is, again, our time to get the word out, to let individuals know that we are there, whether they're homeowners trying to refinance, trying to fix up their homes, or buyers are ready to buy, or those that need some help with with just learning about money management. CERA's been there, and we continue to be there. And so over time, it doesn't happen, of course, with every new venture. It takes a while to catch on, that we would become that resource group. But I think, oh my goodness, we're coming up close to our 10 years. 10-year mark. So that's pretty exciting to see, where we were at the beginning and now. It's like, oh, yeah, that's that organization. I know that person or this individual that helped out there. And sometimes people are just calling just for information. So we find ourselves almost like traffic directors. We're saying, hey, you need to call this resource group or that resource group. And so just knowing that we're the go-to group for our people makes all the difference. And I think through this time, it's beginning to affect change for the good.
Okay, good.
Great. Now, Myra, you mentioned that you started with about 10 members. About where are we now? How big? How have we grown in that time?
Oh my goodness. Well, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yes.
Yeah, when we were actually meeting face to face, oh my goodness, we had, we were filling the room with the location that we would normally meet, which was at the MCL on 86th in Allisonville Road. So I probably have to defer to Dolores or Priscilla to let us know that. But I would say, it's at least 5 times that, 6 times that.
Yeah, and continuing to grow, most definitely.
Absolutely.
So how would you say that CIRA impacts real estate professionals? You talked about the community and home buyers, how it affects them. How does it impact real estate professionals?
Well, I believe that we definitely have a networking need. And knowing that we are the hub where we can just relax and share is vitally important. There are a lot of real estate professionals that are part of, I hate to say big box, but large companies. But there are a lot of us that are independent. And we sometimes, one-man shops or 2 or 3 of us. And it's a tremendous support for the independent broker. And so we continue to meet that need, not only from a networking standpoint, but from an educational standpoint. I don't believe there's been a month over the years that have gone by that we haven't had something to present to the real estate professional to hone our skills, to learn new skill sets, to develop our businesses and other aspects that we might not have otherwise had. So we serve a vital role for the real estate professional. And it's a place where we can relax. It's not competitive, whereas, who's got this deal or who's got that deal. But it's just saying, hey, we're here to learn. Iron sharpens iron. And what better place to be with a group of knowledgeable real estate professionals from the full spectrum, quite honestly. That is very unique about CIRA. So for the real estate professional, this is the go-to place, quite honestly. I've learned so much over the years. And as an appraiser, sometimes we get stuck in our own little world, and that's not a good thing. For appraisers to be able to tap into how the market is going from a real estate broker standpoint is hugely important, because you guys are the ones that actually set the pace, and we interpret that in data form. So we just touch the entire community. So it's really the place to be. Absolutely. And affordable. Who wouldn't want to be a member of CIRA?
Who wouldn't want to be? Absolutely.
Well, Myra, one question I had: how excited are you that you were talking about now Metropolitan Indianapolis Board of Realtors, Indiana Association of Realtors, National Association of Realtors? They're all in that acceptance mode here in Indiana with Central Indiana Realtist Association. How great does that make you feel?
Oh, absolutely. It's just fantastic. Because of the association, it really lends itself to our credibility even more. With that level of exposure, we're able to just really touch a lot more people, quite honestly. And to be a part of the things that MyBor and IAR are about, and of course, NAR at large. And we also know, and a lot of the local people don't know, but NAR's been involved with NARAB for many, many years. And the National Association of Realtors have really tried to right the wrong in terms of discrimination in the past. And so, this era of home ownership is going to, if we're talking about moving the needle, it is in the brown and Black community. And that is recognized by NAR. And so they have come in a support role and a partnership role over the years and continue to. So having MyBor, just really come alongside with Sierra is fantastic.
Well, we just really appreciate your visiting with us today, Myra. I remember when you first started, and we were crazy and coming together and trying to talk about it, and you were trying to figure us out, and we all know that you're real analytical and you're going like this, and of course we're like, woo, we're having a good time like that. So we just want to thank you for your time. And now we're going to need to transition to our next segment, but we thank you so much for coming and appreciate all your information today.
Thank you, Myra.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And as we transition out, this is the Realtors Week is this week, April the 11th through the 17th, and we want to thank all those who have been helping us to make it such a success. Today and tomorrow, we're going to have a workshop for home buyers virtually, and a legislative session disparaging on in home buying and those kinds of things. And I want to thank my co-host here, for Karen and for Dolores, and we're going to wrap it up, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
My name's Darlene Offit. I am with State Farm, and I joined Sierra about 3-4 years ago, and I came here looking for networking opportunity, but I found that, and also I found a group of people with like-minded heart of caring and servicing the community. So that's really what I love about Sierra. I love the fact that we educate each other as well as educating the community that we serve. And I would encourage anyone, if you're looking for such an organization, then this is the one for you. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Sherry Boudwin, a loan officer with First Merchants Bank. If you're thinking about buying your first home, give me a call. We have a no money down program and no private mortgage insurance. My number is 317-566-6123.
Raizin the Roof.